Hi everybody, thank you again for joining us for another episode of Coffee on the Coast. I've got a very special guest today in Joel Evenson. Joel runs the Big Brothers and Big Sisters here in Manitowoc County, and Joel's going to tell us a little bit about what Big Brothers and Big Sisters does and give us the skinny on that. How you doing, Joel?
Great, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So your title over there is Executive Director,
Yep.
correct? And what is really Big Brothers, Big Sisters for those who don't know?
Basically, we're a youth mentoring organization. So we provide children in our community and across the nation adult role models, somebody that's going to be that consistent presence in their life. And we ask, that the role model, you don't have to be a superhero, just be an average person. Kids just need somebody to be there for them.
Yeah. So when you say role model, what are the ages to be, what you call them bigs, right?
Yeah.
So what's like the requirements to become a big? Do you have to go through some kind of a screening process,
Oh,
or you have to
yes.
be a certain age? How does one get involved with
Well,
that?
to be a big, you have to be at least 16 because you have to have your driver's license. And then you go through a multi-layer background check, and we go through a training process within our organization. And then, there's an interview and everything just to make sure that everything's up to snuff.
Sure. So as a big, do you match up the little with the big? You try to get, similar likes and dislikes.
Yep.
Like I really like playing baseball, so would I get a little that maybe has similar interests, or
Right.
does it go to that extreme? Or?
So definitely, that's part of the process, the screening process, interview process. My staff will sit down with you and the little's parents and try and figure out, your strengths and areas that maybe you need to improve on as a little, and try and match you up with a big that has something in common with you.
Sure. So is there a demographic for the littles? I mean, are these kids that are going through a hard time or lost a parent or in a broken home? What's your typical demographic for that?
So the littles are children that are basically between ages 6 through, I think it's 13, they stop enrollment, but they can stay a little until 18. There is no real demographic per se,
Yeah.
but one thing that they're actually trying to get away from is kids are described as children facing adversity, and that means so many different things to different people and can have a negative spin. And a lot of these kids just need somebody in their life. They're not causing trouble. They just need somebody. So.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I had a mentor when I was young, and that helped change my life for the positive. So I definitely know the impact that can have.
Oh, absolutely. And I think everybody's had that person in their life. Some of us when we're little, some of us when we're, 18, 19 years old,
Sure.
1,800 miles away from your parents. You need somebody in your life to kind of say, hey, get it together. So.
Yeah, I'm 45. I still have a couple of mentors in the community that help me along. So what type of activities, like if I'm a big and you hook me up with a little and we're like, this is great, me and him, we're going to go and do something, do you help kind of guide the activities, or is it up to me as a big, or what kind of things go on?
We have match support specialists that are there to kind of walk you through, especially the early stages of your relationship with the little. And they offer suggestions for activities. And we have different programs where, a school-based program is 1 hour a week over the little's lunch. So you might have lunch with them and then maybe play a card game or play catch or something like that, maybe. And other than that, we have community-based, where you spend an hour a week outside of school. And that's where you might go for a hike, go get coffee, do different things like that.
Sure. Wow, that sounds great. So you're located here in Manitowoc, and let's give everybody out there your information, and I'll flash it on the screen when I do the edit.
Okay.
And so that everybody knows how to contact you for that. And then I want to talk about a fundraising opportunity that people can help with that you have coming up. So let's first tell them a little bit about where you are.
Okay. Yeah, we're at 810 Washington Street. That's right across from the courthouse and Courthouse Pub. And our phone number is 684-7445. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, all that.
And webpage is?
Webpage is long, but it's bbbsmanticounty.org. You can
That's not that bad.
Google it.
Cool. I'll flash that on the screen.
Okay.
So let's talk for a minute, Joel, because this is really super fun, the stuff that you have coming up. Now, I know for instance, you have a bowl-a-thon coming up, which is next week, and hopefully people see this before that goes on. How do they get involved with that?
Sure.
And I know you're probably sick of telling people all about this, but it's such a great cause. You guys have to get involved. And if you love bowling and if you love having a good time, this sounds like a fun event. So we're going to talk about the bowl-a-thon, and then there was another one that had to do with cards. So
yeah, Sheepshead.
Yeah, Sheepshead. So what's the bowl-a-thon about?
Yeah, so Bowl for Kids' Sake is the first 2 weekends in March, and we have some people that are serious about bowling, but last year was my first time going to the event, and I probably could count on one hand the people that topped 120 with their scores.
Sure.
So I mean, they're there to have a good time, and all the proceeds from Bowl for Kids' Sake goes to support our local programming, so it stays within Manitowoc County.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and usually you bowl 3 games and or 3 hours, whatever happens first, because it can take a while, but it gets crazy. It's a fun time.
Cool. And you can organize teams as a company, so if you have a company out there, you can get a team together?
Teams of companies, of friends. We have silent auction and different raffles that go on throughout the event, and it's a fun time.
And then what's going, Sheepshead, every time I go to a family gathering, there's always the traditional 5, 6 old guys playing Sheepshead. So Sheepshead's a big thing around here. And you have a pretty unique event, I think, coming up with Sheepshead. So what's that about?
Yeah, April 6th at the Holiday Inn, we have our Cards for Kids. It's a Sheepshead tournament. It's been going on for a few years, and it's kind of been slowly growing from about 20 people that show up and play to now we're around 40, 45. We try to play 5-handed. I myself am not a Sheepshead player. I'm slowly learning. I'm more familiar with euchre, being from Minnesota. So I get a little confused and get heckled quite a bit when I slip up. But it's a great turnout. It costs $25 per person, and then you get lunch included with that. And
wow.
There again, all the proceeds stay local, and there's cash payouts.
Wow.
So.
Cool. Sounds like an awesome event. So get in touch with Big Brothers Big Sisters if you know of a little that needs mentoring, or if you want to be a mentor yourself, give these guys a call over there. A bunch of friendly folks that pick up the phone, and they'll definitely guide you in the right direction. And even if you just want to be involved, we need support, local support for these organizations. They're what make Manitowoc great and what makes our community an awesome place to live. So thanks, Joel, for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it. Keep up the good work, buddy.
Thanks.